Good morning, namaste, hello everyone. It's been a while since I've done any videos, so I thought today that I would give a few little guidance pointers for those that are on this path. And it's just about, they have the saying, stop and smell the roses. Okay? So we're going to have a little stop and smell the roses talk this morning. So part of the path, again, is to do the balanced breath. If you're not familiar with it, you can look it up in one of the videos. It'll explain how to do a balanced breath. And then the other part of the path is, when you're on the beginning, is learning to be in the moment, which means you're not dividing your attention from here to there and bouncing back into a lot of things that are not benefiting you, okay? You're not trying to put something into place that you're doing in this moment while thinking about something that happened a month ago or about projecting into the future. Because when you're doing that, then where is your attention here? You've lost it, okay? It's non-existent. So the thing is to learn to be in the moment with what you're doing and enjoy it thoroughly. Or if it's something that's not so enjoyable, really sit with what is coming up and view it and see it for what it is versus all of the drama that you want to layer on top of it. Okay, so maybe I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But I say, during your day, take a break, have a bit of coffee time, and when you have your coffee or your tea or whatever it is that you're going to do, even if you just take a second out of your day, relax, blow out the tension, and just get very much involved with what it is that you have. Like at the moment, I'm going to have a nice sip of coffee. You smell it, okay? You really get the taste, the flavor of it, okay? I want you to get everything you can out of the experience of enjoying that in the moment, okay? So this is really part of learning to do one thing at a time, rather than attempting to multitask and really not doing anything very efficiently. Okay, you need to learn to step back, slow down. Okay, I wish I could get that fact off to the drivers here in Florida, because they're always trying to multitask, doing 10 things at once, paying no attention at all to the road. If you get in your car and you can get away from the crazies out there, you could actually really enjoy driving just for the experience of driving. That used to be one of my great pleasures until I moved to Florida, and you're basically running the gauntlet every day. So again, I'm going to talk again a little bit about if you are sitting and you're doing your sitting meditation. Some people will sometimes go to one of the Goenka things with I think it's a 10-day, where they just sit. There's no talking amongst each other when they go to these meditations. They're there to sit, okay? And what they find out when they're sitting is all of these things start coming up. Projections in the future, and then past things, and all these emotions are coming up with it, when really the only thing that's happening in the moment is they're sitting. Okay, so you can see when you go to this, the benefit of this is to see how much the mind just really runs you in circles when you're attaching and running away and buying into and feeding all of this drama, that it just keeps building. Okay, if you can sit there and say, again, the only thing that's happening is I'm sitting here. Take another breath and look at it. You see what's coming up. If you see an emotion coming up, you see anger. This anger is rising, okay? And you see it. If you can back out of it, back out of the storyline around it, you will see that this anger or this fear, emotion of fear or anger, is a surge of adrenaline that takes over the body. Well, if you can see it as a surge of adrenaline that's taken over the body, back yourself back out of the drama and say, in this moment, I'm quite fine. Nothing is happening. Okay? And look at it. And then you see what it is that's driving that anger or driving that fear mode. And you can start to break it down to where you can get a handle on it and let it go. Okay? Why to let somebody take your peace? Why to let somebody take your calm? Why to let somebody move you out of your own space, okay, with their drama? You don't have to take on their drama, okay? You don't have to take on their drama. Let them have it. Let them have it themselves, you know? So that's what I wanted to bring. Please take time to stop and smell the roses before you have a knee-jerk reactionary drama and you start feeding it and building it into a great big huge mountain. Let it remain a molehill and look at it and then let it diffuse. Okay? Diffuse it. Go back to your balanced breath. Be in the moment. Again, bring your moment down when you have an explosive thing happening and you're going into a lot of drama and there's a lot of mental spin going on. Take it back to the absolute basics of what is actually taking place rather than your constructed drama about it. Okay? If I had some big, huge drama going on in the head, let's say, oh, somebody said this about me. Oh my God, I'm so angry. You know, I got all this stuff going. No, in this moment, the only thing that's happening is I'm sitting here in front of the computer, speaking with you, and that's it. Nothing else is going on. I don't care what type of a soap opera drama your mind is trying to construct. And the more you keep feeding it, the more you keep paying attention to it, the more it's going to grow. Part of this path is learning on how to allow the mind to still. Okay? It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. You cannot suppress it and crush it. It doesn't work that way. You have to basically start ignoring the drama of it and see it for what it is, that it's another soap opera. Okay? Has nothing to do with that eternal is. It is a momentary happening in the constructed world of Maya. Okay? If it's changing, something that comes and goes, it's not the reality of is. Okay? So that's one way to look at it. Something that comes and goes is not the unobstructed reality of is. Eventually, we're here to learn what is. When you finally get to the point of what is, the rest of that idea of persona, a constructed meism, fades away, implodes, okay? It goes bye-bye. You leave all the baggage at the station and you step into a whole different universal awareness and cognition of what is and what is not. Okay? So on this journey, please, let's make it as pleasurable as is possible. This is not to say you're not going to have extremely trying and extremely difficult things to go through. One does. That is part of the path. Okay, all of your fears are going to come up. All of your illusions and delusions and the ideas you've held about things that you think you know are going to be tested to their very nth degree for you to find out what is real and what is not. Okay. So again, don't get too caught up in the realm of Maya if you're on the path to realization. Okay. Understand that Maya comes and goes. It's a construct. None of it is going to stay forever. That is always, always in flux. The world of Maya is always in flux. The only thing that is unchanging is that is. Parabrahman, whichever you want to call it, God, that is unchanging. Okay? So find that still point. Keep working on coming more to that still point. Om. Do an Om. Do whatever it takes to start to still, calm, do a little balanced breath. Take the time to be fully in the moment. Whether you're having something to eat, you're enjoying a coffee, or just enjoying sitting, the act of breathing. Or the act of looking at a tree. If you look at a tree, you look at a leaf, really look at it. Really see the color. Really be able to put yourself there and feel the texture of it. You don't have to actually be out there to touch it, but you can actually feel the texture. Look at a flower. You can feel the texture. You can feel the color. The more sensitive one becomes, the more that one can really engage what is there, but you have to allow yourself to start to still, to open to that dynamic. Okay? So I wish you all well. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you a little something to further your own journeys with. Thank you for tuning in, and hope you're all having a great day, and keep on your journey to the absolute and to realization, to moksha, to true liberation. Okay, thank you. Namaste.